Hi everybody, I'm Kirsty Meakin from Nao Nails. In this video we are going to soak off Andrea's nails and we're going to show you exactly how I do it. We're going to go through any problems that have happened along the way. So let's crack on. So we'll show them both. So you've probably seen the videos for these and nails, and beautiful nails.
I don't remember them being pink though.
Wow, this hand, apart from this one because I have done something to that one. See how it's like a pale pink? Andrea has like fuchsia hair. So when she's coloured her hair and then she's rinsed it off, the colour has attached to the top coat. Now this one is still white because I just did a little check, because this is what I did. So if you have a client that comes in or a client that has problems with the discoloration of the nails, what we're going to do is we're going to take some acetone on a pad, and let's do it on your Nike swoosh first. Give that a rub. And that's going to come off. And we're back white again. How good is that? That simple. That simple. Obviously, they could do this at home, but they need to be careful with it. They don't need to saturate the entire nails, but you could just advise them to just give it a wipe over if they're having that issue. Say somebody called up the salon and said, "Oh, my nails have all gone." Say they got blue hair. "My nails have all gone blue." And you just say to them, blah, 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 bit of acetone, lint-free pad, give it a wipe, and they'll be back to normal. Because that is the trouble with white nails, especially if you have coloured hair. And we'll do it on this one as well. So can you see, this is more of the original colour, and then we've got this pink sort of splodge. It actually looks quite nice, doesn't it?
It does actually. It's like it's done it on purpose.
Yeah. Let's give that a wipe again with some pure acetone, and that'll just bring that back to the original colour. Ta-da!
And then cut them off.
I just wanted to show you that before we cut them off, just so you know, because the problems that do happen along the way. We are going to just trim off the stones, so you can take some old nippers and just clip the sides. So these were on with Acrogel. And you can see that none of them fell off, but they're easily removed. And the stones still look nice. So, you know, potentially you could actually reuse them if you wanted to. Let's take these off. They're all still on as well. And we have got videos just on that crystal sort of application. It goes, you know, into depth about how to apply them, and you know, you can see that's a good example that they do stay on. Don't get me wrong, you may sometimes lose the odd one, but Andrea's been on holiday and done nothing with her hands, clearly. But oh look, are these all still on?
Yeah.
Oh dear, look at that, tell you what. It's good stuff. So I'm sure whilst away you were doing
I still
stuff.
had to do my jobs, didn't I?
Yeah. Andrea's got like is it called, you class it as a villa?
Yeah, I suppose.
House villa.
Yeah, house, yeah.
In Italy. So you'll still have to do a bit of cleaning and things like that. It's not like you've gone on holiday and had a cleaner coming home to your room every day. So you've still been doing things, haven't you?
Yeah.
They look so good still, the stones do.
They're coming off very easily as well. Is that because of that tool? I haven't seen you use that one before.
It's just an old nipper, to be honest, this is. But yeah, they're coming off great. I think the cluster will be a little bit more challenging. So this cluster here.
It's still all on.
Yeah, even like the little micro beads as well. So it's definitely a good technique using the Acrogel.
don't seem to be pinging.
No,
Try
they're
and
not,
be
are they?
gentle.
Yeah.
You what?
Try and be gentle.
She's got none in her
Oh,
hair.
yeah.
Got none
Trying.
in your hair.
Trying.
Up your nose.
Trying
You
hard,
mean so
actually.
you just normally just rough as bad as
Yeah.
This is on camera.
Oh, there we are. Because you can kind of feel when it sort of cracks away. Obviously, these are a little bit more difficult because... Oh, look at that. Oh, that's a good. Look at that, how it's come off. You
I
do...
bet you pick scabs, don't you? You're a scab picker.
Yeah, spot popper. Love all that kind of stuff.
Have you ever seen Dr. Pimple Popper?
Oh, love a bit of Dr. Pimple Popper. Love it. Quite therapeutic. Right, so now we've got rid of the stones, we're going to remove the length. So I'm going to go down with my tip cutter. And now the blade is facing me. This is very important. I have seen people make a mistake and do it this way. And if you put the blade to your client, then you've got more chance of cutting their hyponychium, because that bit of skin that grows underneath, which is the hyponychium, it can really elongate when you wear nails all the time. So that's what you've got to look out for. And if you've got the blade to you, you've got less chance of causing any damage. So, and you're also going to slide it down, have a little look. Where's that natural nail? And we'll just chop that like that. Look at that. Looks sad, doesn't it? Now this one's too curved, so I want you to look at this. See it down there? Can you see how it just won't quite fit in? So when you get them like that, because they've got a nasty curve going on, you're going to take some old nippers and you're going to make sure you're looking underneath again, and you're going to nip one side and it'll just ping off like that. You can hold, I'll show you on this one, just hold a tip as you do it so it doesn't fly off and hit anybody in the eye. See if we can go down. No, we can't go down that one, so we'll do the same. This nail, that is not gel polish, that is nail varnish, because Andrea lost the gel off this nail, which can happen, you know, if it starts to peel.
So just all come off in one go?
Was it peeling at the end, like?
Peeled at the end.
And then
yeah.
was it like, oh, it's gone?
Yeah, yeah. It come off in 3.
In 3.
Yeah.
Sort
not
of
all
peeled
them.
like that, yeah. Because once it's got the edge and it's peeling,
Yeah.
you're pretty much going to lose it. So if you get a client that you need to advise them that if that kind of thing happens, then they need to come back to you. Obviously, I'm not here all the time. I don't live with Andrea. And she was like, I'll just put a bit of black polish on it, and it was fine. It still went with the set. She did a very good job.
Did I?
Yeah.
It looked fine, didn't it?
What I'm going to do now is I'm going to remove 70 to 80% of the product. So thinning it out, obviously we're going to get rid of the gel polish. So as we remove the gel polish, we're also going to take down the thickness of the acrylic. This is going to help with the soaking off process. And notice with the electric file I am moving to different areas. I'm not staying in one area. If you stay in one area, you're going to create a lot of friction and a lot of heat.
Fly on your hair.
Well, there's a lot of dust there, isn't there? That is a lot of your nails there. It's quite pretty, that. It's quite pretty. Shall we put it back in? The nails.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of dust there. Some people ask why I don't wear a mask. Well, I'm not doing a lot of nails. I'm not like doing 5 to 8 sets of nails a day like lots of people in the salon are. and I am explaining things to you, and if I had a mask on, you would not hear any of it. So we're going to get rid of that. Look at that.
Wow.
The reason we don't have a dust extractor in the desk is because of the noise as well. I would love to have dust extractor in the desk, as long as it was silent. That would be amazing.
So does anybody out there who can do one?
Yeah, anybody got a silent one? It's like the littlest noise, isn't it? Like, Adam will be like, what's that noise? Can you hear something?
Don't blame me.
No, but you rightly so, because it affects the sound. And then all you lot would be going, I can hear a buzz, I can hear buzzing.
It's annoying.
It's annoying, and I've got my headphones on and I can hear that buzzing. So while we're doing this soak off, what we're going to do is we're going to do a little test. So we've got a new product. It is for removing gel polish, but I want to see if these remove acrylic. So we're just going to do a little test at the same time. So we will do the normal acetone, lint-free pad and foil technique. And we'll see how the wraps work in comparison. So I'm going to cut up some lint-free pads because you just want enough to cover the nail. So they don't need to be huge. You know, I've seen people go, oh, we'll just fold that up and we'll stick that on the nail. It's too much. It's wasteful. Plenty there. We've got some foil. Just killed all the headphone users. Tear some of this. You just need enough to be able to wrap around the fingers. So we saturate it in acetone, put the foil over the top, wrap it round, fold it over. A slightly bigger one for that thing. So we've got those wrapped up. We're gonna do the same with these, but we're gonna use the wrap. So you're gonna tear along, and we have this. Take that off because that is now sticky. You want that on the underside, so you're gonna open it out so the pad is at the top. Place that on, make sure it's on top of the nail and fold them around. The only thing is the print does come off a little bit with the solution, so just be wary of that. So we put these ones on first, so we're going to check these first. And we can see we're melting away. Just going to ease that off.
So if you didn't take it straight off, or you just left it, it would just go hard again?
Yeah, it would. It'd go hard again.
It's going to be quick.
Yeah. We'll take a 180 grit file. And just sort of go across the nail from one side to the other. I'm right-handed, so I'm going from left to right. And it kind of rolls, see how it kind of rolls off. Just shaping that nail. And there is tiny bit on there. So we're just gonna go again, probably for another sort of 3 to 5 minutes. It won't be long. But by the time we've done that one, we can come back to this. So let's have a look at these. Let's see if they are working. Oh. Yeah, it's done something. Definitely done something.
Doesn't seem to have got the edge.
Yeah, the free edge is a bit.
I think that's because you can fold the tin foil so much better.
Yeah,
Whereas that you can't fold it.
It doesn't feel as snug.
Yeah.
They don't feel as snug.
Just gonna pop some more acetone on. I'm again, I'm gonna have to put that in there, aren't I? There we are. And just see if we can get off that last little bit. Yeah, so if we were gonna compare them and have like a winner, I think the acetone and the foil technique works a little bit better. And don't get me wrong, it doesn't say they're for acrylic. They are for gel polish. But I thought, I'm sure people will ask the question, well, can't I use that on acrylic? Well, yeah, you can, but might not be quite as quick. So let's have a little check of these now. These should come off nice. Yeah, there's just that little bit there. I'm going to get the 240 grit file now because I'm on that nail. Don't want to thin that out. Just want to go over gently just to make sure that that acrylic is off the nail. Just that little bit there. And that one.
I could sit and do that all day.
Would you?
Yeah.
Pack it off.
Yeah. It's my favourite.
Yeah, just that little bit there. If you're doing this in the salon, I would definitely have a client soaking while you're actually doing a client, so you can save that time. I wouldn't just sit with that client and soak them. You want to have two people at the same time. You've got a separate desk, that client can be soaking off and you can still be working on another client. Let's check these. Oh, that one's come up. Now I'm just going to use a buffer. And that'll just smooth it out. I'll do that on all the nails that are done. I'm going to use some cuticle oil on the nails now. Just going to run that down the nails. And I'm going to rub that into the nail and the cuticle and go all the way around the end of the finger. There we are.
Ready to go again.
Yep. ready for a brand new set. Lovely jubbly. There you are, guys. Hope that's helped you. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook and Instagram. Everything I've used will be listed below. Don't think the tinfoil will be listed though. You can get that from any superstore.
Andrew's mum.
Morrison's.
Yeah,
Oh.
Morrison's. Andrew's mum, that's where we got it from. Yeah, so give her a call. She'll
Yeah, she's got loads of tinfoil. Yeah.
There you are. See you in the next video. Bye bye.
Have you seen that when they've got like bugs in their ears?
Do you know what? Don't like that. No, that's too far.
Really?
It's too far, that
Especially
is.
if it's still moving when it comes
Yeah,
out.
no, I can't deal with that. I can't, because I go to sleep at night and I can see it still.
Can you?
Yeah,
Oh.
stuff like that, don't I? Yeah, because Michelle's always trying to show me stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I go down, she's like, oh, I've got this, let me show you this. And I'm like, no, it's too far, you've gone too far now. And she's laughing her head off.